let's now talk about the immediate game that we have on Sunday going up against the Washington Commanders. This will be a huge game for the Bears, as the Commanders have been one of the hottest teams in the NFL so far this year. Despite losing Jayden Daniels for the majority of the game yesterday against the Panthers, they still whooped up on the Panthers pretty good, kind of like we did a couple weeks ago. 27-0 with Marcus Mariota. By the way, Marcus Mariota throwing touchdown passes to Zach Ertz. What are we, 2014? Anyways,
yes, we are.
I wanted to bring that back. But no, Jayden Daniels has been phenomenal this year. Obviously, we know how good Caleb Williams has been. I think that's the key matchup in this game. That's what everybody's going to be talking about, right? It's the premier matchup. I know CBS flexed our game to the 3:30 slot, which it feels so good to get flexed up and not flexed back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it feels so good to have a national audience. I believe that this is going to be Jim Nantz and Tony Romo on the call, which if Tony Romo and Jim Nantz are on the call, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah.
This will be a huge game for the Bears.
Very much so.
This will be, I think, the biggest game of the year so far. Outside of just, I think, Jayden versus Caleb, what are you going to look for in this game, Justin?
Honestly, I'm going to look for to see what our defensive stars do, right? What does Montez Sweat do?
Yeah.
What does Jalen
Former
Johnson
Commander,
do?
by the way.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
So those are kind of the guys I'm looking at. And honestly, like, yes, our highlighted matchup is supposed to be Jayden Daniels and Caleb Williams, but what if he doesn't play next week?
Yeah, I was about to say, I do believe that he'll play.
It says he has bruised ribs, or you know, he'll undergo further testing today. You know. Yeah. So we'll see.
I am of the opinion, and I could be wrong because I'm not perfect. I'm of the opinion that if the Commanders were playing the Lions, and it was 14-14 at halftime, I think Jayden Daniels would have played.
Yeah.
I do believe that because they were playing the Panthers, because they had such a sizable lead, they, out of caution, kept Jayden out of the game, which was the right call. They didn't need him for the second half.
No.
Or even they didn't need him past the first quarter, right? But I do think that if push had come to shove, he would have played. I do think with the whole entire week of rest, you know, they're going to give him an ice pack. Maybe they give him the cortisol shot, whatever you need. I really don't see Jayden Daniels not playing in this game.
Yeah.
But just because he plays doesn't mean he's 100%.
Exactly.
So you start roughing him up a little bit. You start getting after him. Maybe he's not as athletic as he's been the first 6-7 weeks throughout the year.
Right, yeah.
Then all of a sudden you're talking about, okay, well, he's less effective of a weapon as he's been. So I think his injury will play a part in this game as well. But I think that leads to what I was going to say, just the pass rush. I think we need to get after him.
Yeah.
Because he right now, in the early points of the year, he's completing like 80% of his passes.
Yeah.
I mean, he has
and
had
some of those passes are deep passes,
too. I mean,
too.
he's not throwing just screen passes.
No.
He's throwing some absolute rockets down the field. Terry McLaurin has been getting involved. You know, we've seen a lot of the Commanders' weapons. They've been running the ball pretty well, too, with Brian Robinson. So defensive line, I think, is the key for the Bears. And then one weakness that the Commanders have had, which is why they lost to the Ravens a couple of weeks ago, their passing defense isn't very good.
No.
Bobby Wagner, man, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Hang him up. Go get a job in a broadcast booth, dude. What are we doing, man? No, but their secondary isn't very good. I don't think that their defensive line is very good. Their whole defense in general, I don't think is very talented. So if you're the Bears, that's where you need to take advantage. You need to score some points, and you need to let your defense hold Jayden and the Commanders' offense as much as possible.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. And that kind of leads us, speaking of the quarterback matchup, do you think this game defines a Rookie of the Year?
I think it could.
Yeah.
I really do think it could. Now, if this game was week 16 the Commanders and Bears were fighting for playoffs, I think it really would.
Definitely.
But I do think at the end of the year, if we look back and these guys had, you know, similar years, Jayden will probably be a better rusher, Caleb a better passer, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Right? I think the Bears clearly have a tougher schedule. You know, like I said, Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay, Seattle, San Francisco. I think that the voters will look back and they'll say, all right, well, when these two played, who won?
Yeah.
And if Caleb goes out there and he balls out and they kick Jayden Daniels and the Commanders in the behind, I think that'll do a lot for his Rookie of the Year nomination.
Yeah, I agree.
I do think so. And I know, you know, we're in late October, November. I know it's election season, but my vote would be for Caleb Williams, truthfully. Not only for Rookie of the Year, but also for President. Okay, I'm done. No, I'm just kidding. But I do think that this,
Caleb? No.
Yeah, I do think that this game can help define Rookie of the Year. Because these guys have been both so good.
Right.
And I don't think either one of them maybe will be historically good, but you go back and you look for tiebreakers, and this is a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I do think that, playoffs will also be included in there and everything like that. But, yeah, I think this game could help determine that for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. This is a box office TV, right? You have two of the top picks in the last year's draft, and, they have both, they both can play, and they both have, Heisman winners and
yeah, back-to-back Heismans too. Yeah,
that's crazy, right? You don't really see that nowadays.
Yeah.
So we all know the talent's there, and to see two elite players go at it on, both teams are playing well, at this point of the season.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a fun one, and I think we can definitely win it for sure. They're similar to us. They're undefeated at home as well. They're 3-0 at home.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a tough one. But if I'm just like any Bears player, I'm not thinking the Commander Stadium is packed out.
No, FedEx Field will probably not be a ruckus environment as some of these other games.
So I think that should help us be able to contain the emotions of the game and kind of maintain control for sure.
Yeah. All right. We ended with a little game prediction.
Sure.
Give me the Bears. Oh, please don't disappoint me. Give me the Bears. Give me 24-20. Give me the Bears.
Okay.
Don't disappoint me. I was not. I had faith in the beginning of the year. You disappointed me. I came back. You're on a 3-game win streak. Don't disappoint me. I think I'm back on the boat.
Oh man, I think that's a safe prediction, but I'm gonna go a little bit further. I'm gonna go Bears 31, Commanders 20.
Oh, double-digit road win against the Commanders.
Yeah, we're talking double chocolate chocolate.
Oh my God.
I can't even
get him off the air. Get him off the air.
All right, guys. No.
But
no. I think it should be. I think what separates us from the Commanders is our wide receiver core. We have Pro Bowl receivers. We have receivers that can be able to run and catch and do it, and we have a tight end that can block. We just have more on offense than what the Commanders have. The Commanders don't have trash players. They have good players. Yeah. Kind of like what you said for the Packers earlier, right?
Yeah.
So I think definitely they will try to contain and keep up with us, but we're the better team.
Yeah. All right. There you have it for our bye-week episode of Bears Talk today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for blowing up the painting nails video, by the way. That one went viral. I'm sure this one will go viral with me dancing. Cut it out. Cut it out. Alex, you're still fired. This changes nothing. But thank you guys for watching. Appreciate all the support. Love you guys. We'll see you guys in next week's episode, hopefully with a huge win against the Commanders.
Yes. All right.